morning Year 2. In today's English lesson we are going to begin writing our Imagine a Street poem. So I hope you have all kept your plan safe that you have made over Monday and Tuesday's lesson, because we are going to need this to help us today. So today we are just going to be focusing on writing the first 3 boxes of our plan. Okay, so today Miss Billick is going to be writing about the road, the door and the roof, and you are all going to do the same today. So you're going to help Miss Billick write her poem, and then it will be your turn this morning to have a go at writing yours. When we begin to write our poem, we're going to need to keep referring back to our plan to get those key adjectives. So it will be a good idea to keep your plan to one side today so you can keep looking back at it. So to write my poem, I have got some lined paper. But if you haven't got any lined paper, you might have some plain paper that you could draw some lines on. Or if you have a device like a tablet or a laptop, then you might want to type your poem onto the computer. So when we are writing our poem today and tomorrow, we have got some key points that we need to include in our poem. So we need to make sure, because we are turning these ideas into super sentences, so we have got to make sure that we include capital letters, finger spaces and full stops. We have got to make sure we include our wow words, so they are our adjectives that we have included on our plan. Then, rather than writing a simple sentence, can I join 2 sentences together and use a conjunction? Now, I might not be able to do that for every sentence, but I'm going to try and include some throughout my poem. And then we have got this strange looking symbol here. Now, we've never seen this symbol before, but that means that we are going to write our poem in paragraphs. So that means we're going to split our sentences up. So we're going to do a box at a time, and we're going to leave a line in between so it's nice and clear for the reader. So I'm going to leave that at the top so I can keep looking back at what I need to include. So I'm going to start with my lined paper, and my first box on my plan, because we're just focusing on the first 3 boxes today, is about the road. And this is an Imagine a Street poem. So that means, if we can remember back to the plan, the example we looked at, we know that every sentence starts with imagine a. And instead of imagine a woods, which is the example we looked at, ours is imagine a street. So let me get my pen. Remember, I'm starting at the edge of my page and I need a capital letter. Imagine a street where, and now I'm going to think back to the road. So imagine a street where all the roads across the capital city of London were made out of thick, red, boiling lava. So imagine a street where all the... See, even Miss Billick makes some mistakes sometimes. I might just need to change my pen because that's running out. If you make a mistake, you just put one clean line through it. Imagine a street where all the roads across the city of London. I think I need a capital letter for London as well, because that is a proper noun. Imagine a street where all the roads across the city of London were made out of thick, red, boiling lava. Now, if it just was made out of thick, red, boiling lava, everybody would would just burn alive. They wouldn't be able to walk on it. So on the top of my lava, there is going to be a protective glass, and that will stop the people from burning alive. So I'm just going to extend my sentence that little bit more. So imagine a street where all the roads across the City of London were made out of thick, red, boiling lava with a protective glass layer so I've got my conjunction, so people don't burn alive. Full stop. Now I know to check my sentence. Imagine a street where all the roads across the City of London were made out of thick, red, boiling lava with a protective glass layer so people don't burn alive. So now I've done my first box, so that means I've now got to leave a line to create my paragraph. So when I start writing about the door, I've got to leave a line. So I'm going to leave all of that line and I'm going to start my new sentence there. So that would become one paragraph. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my plan. I'm now writing about the door. So when I step inside that building, where have I entered? So I wonder how we need to start our sentence. Can you remember? Well done. Imagine a street. Imagine a street where you open the wooden front door, because that's what we have to open first, where you open the wooden front door and you step inside. So we've got my conjunction there, and you step inside and I'm going to go back to my plan, a magical wonderland. So I'm using my adjectives that I put on my plan. A magical wonderland where there is delicious, oozy chocolate waterfalls, where there is delicious, remember in between my adjectives I need a comma to create my expanded noun phrase, delicious, oozy chocolate waterfalls. And I might have in there as well some fluffy, creamy marshmallows and fluffy, creamy marshmallows, full stop. Okay, now I'm just going to move that to one side. I need to check my sentence now again so it makes sense. Imagine a street where you open the wooden front door and you step inside a magical wonderland where there is delicious, oozy chocolate waterfalls and fluffy, creamy marshmallows. So I'm just going to go back to my plan and check that I have used the adjectives off my plan. So I've used magical wonderland, yes. Delicious, oozy chocolate waterfalls, yes. And then I've even challenged myself and I've just added a little bit extra to that one. So now I'm going to move on to my final box for today, which is the roof. Again, starting my sentence with imagine a street. So remember in my paragraph, I've got to leave a whole line and then I've just got room to start my first sentence on here. So imagine a street where all the houses, now I won't be able to fit houses on there, so I need to go onto a new page where all the houses, I'm going to say and buildings, where all the houses and buildings had, or let's go back to what my roof tiles were, sticky rainbow candy canes. Had sticky rainbow candy canes. And it was for the roof tiles. For roof tiles. Oh, I didn't mean to do that cross there, so tiles. So full stop, I'm now going to check that last sentence. Imagine a street where all the houses and buildings had sticky rainbow candy canes for roof tiles. So, to help me write my Imagine a Street poem, I have really been looking back at my plan. That is the whole reason why we do a plan. It's to make our job when we come to writing that little bit easier. So children, it is now your turn to have a go at writing the first 3 boxes on your plan. So remember, you are starting each sentence with imagine a street where. Let's just remind ourselves of what we need to include. Capital letters, finger spaces, full stops, those amazing adjectives that are on our plan. Can we use some conjunctions and making paragraphs? So in between each box, we leave a line to make our work nice and clear to read. I hope you have a lovely morning writing your poem, and Miss Billet will see you tomorrow. Bye.